Wait, why is it falling apart? Oh my...
Hey, so we all know the show EDDSWORLD, right? Known for its stupid yet charming humor, EDDSWORLD is a show that stars 3 British men and in older episodes a 4th Norwegian. The entire series revolves around this group of boys getting into really dumb shenanigans, mostly involving zombies. Seriously, there's so many. It's a really funny show with its straightforward jokes, randomness, and interesting characters, and I totally recommend watching it if you have the time. But why are you watching this if you don't even know what EDDSWORLD is? Anyway, it's no wonder it has such a big fan base even till this day. It especially peaked around 2018 through 2019, where you literally couldn't browse the internet without at least one piece of ship art popping into your feed. Or the pork soda animation or heat comic. Those were sadly popular too. Why does this fandom have such an attachment to ABO? What the fuck? Either way, there's no doubt it became a very popular show. Was the fandom toxic? But with a big fan base comes a lot of people, and a lot of people in these fan bases will try to make their own creations of this media. Some are good, some aren't. These creations can range from simply fan art of the characters, to fanfics, to animations, etc. Along with these, they can fit into a certain genre, such as angsty, wholesome, suggestive, horror, and lots more. There's one certain fan creation, however, that's truly something interesting. It's both a fanfic, soon-to-be animated series, and even a bundle of fan episodes. Kinda. It's truly disturbing, and not exactly for the faint of heart. The name of this AU? Doomsworld. The main premise of this AU revolves around a place called Nowhere. As described on the Tumblr blog for Doomsworld, Nowhere is a cold, distant version of the neighborhood we all know and love, which is hidden away from society behind a large forest. The neighborhood was built by Tord and John in hopes of trying to rebuild the once destroyed town. Its population consists of hollow demons, husks, hollow husks, zombies, and ghosts. And it can all be either passive, neutral, hostile, or dangerous. The whole premise of this AU is really interesting, but I'm not here to talk about the fanfic or its upcoming spin-off show, Sad Soldier. Instead, I'm here to cover another version of the creation, the EDDSWORLD REUPLOADS. This is a YouTube account that re-uploads the EDDSWORLD episodes, but they're not exactly the same as the original episodes. Rather, they show an extremely dark and twisted story with the main cast. It's shown in an analog horror format, which honestly made it really fun for me to watch and review. Anyway, let's go ahead and review the episodes. WT Future doesn't show much interesting or out of the ordinary, so it'll be skipped for now. Ruins is a start of the realization that none of these episodes are normal. There isn't much to cover about this episode except for the very end of it.
Hey, I'm alive. You guys broke my fall. Guys? Guys?
It's extremely dark, so you can't see anything too well, and I couldn't even make out anything. I'm mostly useless when it comes to this, so all you'll have to take from me is that this isn't normal. Oh my god. I have to say, out of all of these re-uploads, Hammer and Fail was probably the most triggering for me to watch. Don't get me wrong, it was so interesting and fun to watch, but Jesus Christ. I may just be overreacting, but it's mostly because it shows imagery of one thing that makes me really nervous. Suicide. For a while, the episode is played out like normal up until the scene with Matt at the hardware store plays out. He starts daydreaming like normal, except it gets interrupted by something a bit off.
Matt, I need you to take this money and buy anything that isn't nails.
Also, Matt, you are incredible!
Parade for Matt!
Yeah!
Then the episode plays out like normal again. Ed, Matt, and Tom are shown doing the usual dumb shit they always do, until Tom breaks the fucking wall and the episode glitches again. It then cuts to Matt in the attic. For this clip, I'll have to remind y'all that this episode deals with suicide and shows imagery of it, although nothing extremely graphic is shown, although it may be a bit triggering to some. This might be the clip that triggered me the most out of anything in the series, especially with the staring and the plain silence of Matt staring off into your soul as if he's watching you and knows you're watching him go through these painful thoughts. The next clips I'll let play for themselves since I simply have nothing to say about them except they are also extremely distressing.
Yeah, who are you and what have you done with the real Matt?
I thought she said we were stupid.
Spares is interesting because it focuses more on Bing and Larry than the main cast. The episode starts out immediately with the EDDSWORLD logo glitching in a view of Tord, or something that looks like him. The episode cuts to all the clones laughing in the theater, but it doesn't last long. It then cuts to a view of Bing staring out the window in pitch black darkness. Another person out of view pulls out a missing poster of Tom. This person is shown to be Larry. The screen glitches, and Larry asks Bing if they should do something, to which he says no to. The episode runs normally again until it shows Bing and Larry outside the house we all know. Bing is rambling to Larry, but it's cut off when Ed fucking flies into him. However, it transitions to Bing backing up against a wall with a bloody arm and a bleeding head. It glitches into him screaming, a clip of Larry watching the gruesome scene, and a view into the basement. What plays next is disturbing.
Destroy the very fabric of our community. Curse me for cloning such.
Calm down, guys. Clones aren't so.
We then go back to Ed, Tom, and Tord seeing two Matts. After a time skip, it shows the main cast seated on the couch, but Tom seems to be replaced with a second Matt. We're then shown a shot of the bloodied corpse of Tom shoved into a dumpster. Then, the rest of the few seconds left of the episode is normal. Movie Makers is another one that starts with an unusual clip. It starts with Tom standing in an unknown area, staring off into nothing. He looks at the camera as if he saw something, and it shows Tord staring back in the darkness. He smiles, causing Tom to freak out. After that and the intro, a missing poster of Tom is shown, but his face is blocked out. In the next clip, his missing poster can be seen on the wall behind him. The episode plays on as Matt shows off to the camera how to get free chocolate before the vending machine falls. When it falls, however, something new is shown. Matt is staring at something off screen, horrified. It then cuts to the dead body of Tom in the dumpster, shown in the last episode. Some red eyes can be seen, then it cuts to normal.
And that's how you get free chocolate.
Matt gets crushed like normal, Ed is disappointed, and Ed starts planning. When Tom tries to speak, however, he's cut off with a very gruesome clip of what's most likely the aftermath of his meetup with Tord. Ed is shown, and Matt is seen just behind him. Matt talks about how something about what they're doing feels off and they should leave, but Ed refuses.
Okay, to make this work, we're gonna have to...
Ed exclaims about how he's proud of the film they worked on, and the episode ends with one final clip.
That was brilliant!
I like the parts with me best.
I am so awesome.
I sure hope everyone else likes it as much as we do.
Yeah, but even if they don't, it's not the end of the world.
And that's all the episodes there are for now. I do want to remind y'all and say the episodes on this channel are being remade due to lacking flavor, and while I do admit some parts of the series are a bit bland, you can tell there was a lot of love and effort put into these videos. When you can, I definitely recommend checking out these re-uploads and even the AU's fanfic itself, as it's really well written. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all, who knows when.
Little buddy! The dog hangs in my bed. The dog. This one's Fred. So many, so cool. Little buddy. You can't help but love the dog. So many, so fun. Each with a little body, huge head. Beagles, bulldogs, basset hounds, even one that barks and wags his tail around. Little buddy. The dog, the original, so many different kinds. Some bark and wag their tails, each sold separately.